Last night, we introduced you to Tyler Ford, a Lima native and Allen East graduate who has risen the ranks in the NBA as a referee. Tonight, we continue in part 2 of our 3-part series with Tyler about his journey to becoming a referee in the NBA Finals. Now, the NBA Finals just wrapped up as the Oklahoma City Thunder were crowned champs and beating the Pacers in Game 7. Put the audience in your shoes for a second and what that feels like as an official or even just a participant of the game. To walk out of that tunnel on the biggest stage in basketball. What's that feel like?
Certainly an adrenaline rush. I mean, every NBA game has a certain level of energy that it brings and provides. This is probably a 2 to 3 day window of just straight adrenaline. There's a lot of excitement. Fortunately for me, there was a couple things that happened. I had been an alternate 2 years before that. So you sort of, it prepares you to know what it's going to feel like pregame. And because there's more media, there's more people, you literally can't move on the court before the game. Everything's a little bigger. Everyone is there. And so you have an idea of what that feels like, what the day of game feels like, because these games tip a little bit later than we're used to.
Yeah.
The other thing, fortunately for me, was I had just worked Game 6 in the Eastern Conference Finals in Indiana with the exact same crew. And that game had more energy than any game I had had to date, which is saying a lot. So I had a pretty good sense of comfortness with the same crew in the same arena. We had just worked together and worked really well like a week before. So that definitely, as you're sort of envisioning yourself in that, I had, again, being an alternate and then being with that same crew in the same building, it definitely provided a sense of comfort going into that game.
And I'm sure you kind of have to be what players say when they get to that stage, maybe shake off the jitteriness in the first couple minutes, and then it's just a regular game.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it was just a matter of perspective, right? You have to embrace the anxiousness and the excitement that comes with that because you're pretty jacked up for these games. Right. It's exciting. You want to do well, right? There's all this energy building up to the game, and when you're there was a buzz in the city, that day. Your family's there, they're excited. And for me, it was the understanding and just the perspective of I'm really lucky to feel this, and you may only get so many opportunities where you get this kind of feeling, and you certainly only get so many first. And so it's really just about embracing it. I think that extra adrenaline allows you to focus a little bit more. And yeah, once you get going and you're in the game, it's just a game, and you've worked these two teams several times throughout the season. And what you try to do throughout the season is prepare every game the same way. Now, look, every game has different energy. It has more energy. There's certainly, like I said, there's more people out on the floor pregame. But you go about your routine the same. And that way you're prepared for those kind of moments. And then you're just trying to perform at the highest level in front of the biggest and brightest lights.